Before the absolute precision, before the industry-leading illumination, before the deployment, before the never-say-die durability, there was a Ford Motor Company aeronautical engineer who took a family visit to South Africa in 1981.
In 1981, my father was visiting his parents in South Africa. His brother had developed a swimming pool chlorinator that used electricity to put chemicals in the pool. Next door to the production for that unit was a man named Vernon Milligan making the Armson OEG, the Armson Occluded Eye Gun Sight. This was the original product that Trijicon sold.
As Armson OEG sales continued to grow, the Bindon family garage continued to be overwhelmed. In 1985, Glenn and Trijicon introduced the world's first commercially available tritium illuminated iron sights for handguns, bright and tough night sights.
They were brought to us by SIG with the FBI contract in 1985, 1986 that SIG had been awarded with night sights, and in Europe, MB Microtech, our tritium supplier, was supplying the sights to SIG. But there was not a license here, and we already had a license for the tritium.
That same year came the world's first tritium reticle rifle scope, the Spectrum. In 1986, Trijicon was officially incorporated, and the company's future was forever changed with their owner's new invention, based upon a pair of binoculars.
You realized that it had a mirrored surface and thought that you could scratch the mirrored surface and put a reticle on that and use a half of a binocular to make a compact, rugged sight.
Glenn Bindon, ever the engineer and tinkerer, wondered if moving the prism in a rifle scope, much like a pair of binoculars, could make the scope more compact, yet still crystal clear. He was told by optical experts that it was impossible. They were wrong. Almost immediately, the compact, crystal clear, tough as nails advanced combat optical gun sight, the ACOG, was included in the U.S. Army's M16 and M14 replacement testing by rifle manufacturers. In fact, during a combat rifle optic test, a manufacturer's rifle blew up. 2/3 of the mounted ACOG blew off as well. However, the ACOG was still functional. Trijicon products across the board would soon earn the combat-proven moniker around the world. Because of the ACOG 3.5 by 35's illuminated reticle, Glenn Bindon discovered that when shooting with both eyes open, when the firearm moved, the primary eye saw the illuminated reticle, and the other eye could stay open and see the target and background. This discovery, shooting with both eyes open, could not be patented, but would come to be known as BAC, the Bindon aiming concept. This shooting style, without having to change a firearm's zero among soldiers, helped Trijicon gain new inroads. Trijicon then launched the 1x24 reflex sight, which was adopted by the U.S. Special Forces for the SOPMOP M4 kit. Word was getting out, and Trijicon was filling orders. Yet a new audience emerged, one that made perfect sense. Glenn Bindon's family grew up hunting, so they understood the need for accurate rifle scopes that could take a beating in the middle of nowhere. They couldn't find the perfect hunting scope, so they made one, the dual illuminated AccuPoint 3 to 9x40. Trijicon's AccuPoint line soon expanded to support safari hunters, and the Trijicon Tri-Power tactical sight supported the needs of the military. 2003 brought tragedy to the Trijicon family as Glenn Bindon, founder, died in a plane crash in Alaska.
My father decided that he would diversify his holdings and we would double the size of the building and he would rent the space out. That expansion began the week before Labor Day, 2003. My father passed away on Tuesday after Labor Day, September 2nd, 2003. The only thing that was in the ground was the steel frame. Later that year, we would find out of the impending Marine Corps contract. The building housed all of the expansion to make the ACOGs for the Marine Corps. I know that my father would have been very proud of the ability of Trijicon to deliver all of the ACOGs to the United States Marine Corps.
He had seen his inventions grow in acceptance, yet his son, Stephen, would see the company's biggest breakthrough. In 2004, the ACOG TA-31 RCO became the first ever official rifle combat optic, or RCO, of the U.S. Marine Corps. It took Trijicon 18 years to sell 100,000 ACOG 4x32 rifle scopes, and then only 18 months to sell the next 100,000. Major General J.N. Mattis, Commanding General of the 1st Marine Division, said this about the ACOG during Operation Iraqi Freedom. The ACOG, mounted on the M16 service rifle, has proven to be the biggest improvement in lethality for the Marine infantrymen since the introduction of the M1 Garand in World War II. U.S. Special Forces helped Trijicon create the ultimate combat optical sight in 2006 with the ACOG 4x32 TA-31 with the Dr. Optic red dot sight, perfect for both CQB and long-range lethality. This same year, the U.S. Army chose the ACOG 4x32 RCO as a field carry optic. 2009 saw an expansion of the AccuPoint and ACOG lines, but one new product stole the headlines: the revolutionary RMR, the world's first battery-free red dot sight. As Trijicon grew, so did the number of their associates who hunted. With this new blood came new tech, such as the AccuPin bow sight system and bow sync mounting technology. The next few years saw many product expansions, most notably the RMR, ACOG, and Iron Sights lines. Then, 2014 brought about one of the most durable rifle scopes ever made, the Trijicon VCOG. Then, the optic of the year according to Guns & Ammo, the Trijicon MRO. 2016 brought about an unprecedented year of new launches at Trijicon. Trijicon introduced HD XR night sights, which built upon the features of the HD night sights. The MRO Patrol, which is combat ready right out of the box. The 3.5x35 LED ACOG line. The MGRS. And Trijicon launched the RMR Type 2, which is amazingly just as durable as the ACOG. That next year, two milestones occurred. Trijicon acquired IR Defense and brought to market a full line of industry-leading thermal night vision optics. And Trijicon produced the 1 millionth ACOG 4x32 rifle scope. In 2018, Trijicon added Ameriglow to their family of brands with their full portfolio of night sights and a strong reputation for quality personal defense products. 2019 brought three brand new products: Trijicon fiber sights, the SRO, and the VCOG 1-8x28. Trijicon also released the Oasis line of thermal optics. 2020 introduced 6 new rifle scope product lines for hunters, shooters, and long-range enthusiasts, along with magnification expansions of the popular AccuPoint series. The VCOG 1-8x28 was selected as the U.S. Marine Corps Squad Common Optic. And Trijicon also released the MRO HD and magnifier, and the RMRCC, a reliable, rugged miniature reflex for concealed carry. The innovation continued in 2021 as Trijicon expanded its iron sight portfolio with the DI family of night sights, a tritium and fiber illuminated option for any light aiming. So they've seemed to come full circle. What started with tritium in the early 1980s continues with tritium today. However, Trijicon constantly seeks new illumination, smarter technologies, more accuracy, and tougher durability for every firearm, every caliber, and every need. Trijicon's journey is just beginning. Trijicon, For those who defend freedom and those who enjoy it. For 40 years and counting.